Welcome everyone to Chess with TD, episode 163. Today is, it's August 25th, 2015. Well, that's kind of a ring to it. They both end in 5 except for August. Today we're going to do something that the fan requested. The fan, not just a fan, the fan. Someone who's really, really important to me, even though I've never met them or heard of them in my entire life. If you're watching live right now, you might be noticing that you're really tired because it's so early in the morning, unless you're somewhere that is not quite so late. But for you YouTube viewers, you notice no difference. We did change our schedule to 3 hours earlier. So it was 6 p.m. GMT, now it's 3 p.m. GMT. If you're in Ontario, Canada, that goes from 2 p.m. to 11 a.m. And that's important because this fan is from Ontario, Canada. Let's go take a look at our fan mailbox and see exactly what I'm talking about. Here we are at the website Le Chess. Now we're going to go to Teams under Community, and then go to all teams and type for TV, because TV, all the good teams have TV in the name. There's Chess with TV. Now we look at the fan form right here, and look at this. Look at this right here. Hi ChessWiz, it's me again. Me again! Oh, hi, me again. Could you do a 3-check tournament on Tuesday or whenever you can? I would be grateful. I fully support this. So these two of my favorite people, Vas Fed and the Chancellor, I'd love to do that for them. So yes, right now. Right now, except yes, right now isn't a very clear answer. So now let's do that. So I'm going to go to tournaments and make sure there isn't an awesome tournament going on right now. This weird layout says things are happening, and the 3 checks tournament is casual, so that's dull. I want to play rated. Scrolling through time here. I don't see any 3 checks tournaments. There is a daily official 3-check tournament. I wanted to make sure I wasn't overlapping the daily official one, because if the official one was going to go on, obviously we would just want to play in that. But since it's not, we're going to create our own tournament. So this means you viewers who are watching right now, you get rewarded because you get to play in this tournament if you wish. And I also will play in it. So let's go create it right now. By clicking the create a new tournament button that's behind my beautiful chess pieces. It's not private. The variant is 3 checks. The time control is rated. The mode is 1 minute, no, 3. It's going to be 2-2. I think that's a reasonable time control. 2-1. Let's make it faster. And we have 50 minutes, I'd say, because this is an hour-long show. We're already 5 minutes in. Time before tournament, 2, but we can click start early if we want. So let's go. Okay, so here's the tournament. Let me put the link in the chat. Let me also put the link in this thread. Visit there. Actually, I won't use the word visit because that's too much work. Let's take that queen. Oh, it's not checkmate. This happens to me all the time. Oh, it's a free queen. Oh, it's not checkmate. I guess I'll just checkmate him this way. There we go. Reply. This is a very excellent CAPTCHA, which means got you. It's a way to keep robots from posting in the forums. Everybody knows robots can't play chess. So let's go to this tournament ourselves. Click. Here I am in the Newman Arena, and no, none other than Rondek has joined. Rondek. We're changing his final consonant there. Let's look in the chat. We're seeing that Superbueb asked me if I defecated. I have no comment on that. Clearly that Don's game face tells you everything you need to know. And hi, everyone. Hi. Hoi ChessWiz. Hi, and I'll send him a heart. That's the less than 3 heart. There's a less popular heart, guys, that was never really that popular. It's more popular in cultures other than your own, but it's a useful one to know if your friends also recognize it, and it is the S2 heart. If you look closely, you can see the heart shape. It looks a little like this. S2. Now, if you still don't know why that's a heart, let me do it in green. This part is the green part, and the other part is because there aren't any characters that look quite like that on my keyboard. Actually, there's no characters on my keyboard, and so you're left with these weird dangly things out here. But that is a beautiful heart, and so you can use S2 also. Rondep is sending me Japanese yen. Thank you very much. I could use some yen.
10, 9, 8.
I've got this in 2 tabs. Hold on.
6.
There we go.
5, 4. 3.
Oh, it's very excellent. Excellent. So this is going to be a 4-person tournament. I don't mind that at all. And I'm already in 2nd place. Yes! Let's play some 3 checks chess. So this is a chess variant where your goal is to check the opponent 3 times. Hence the quote today, trust but verify, from Ronald Reagan. The verification process is going to be checking 3 times. Get it? Ha! I'm so punny. Been working on what's called a dad joke, which is a joke. I had to ask. Someone asked me if I'm working on my dad jokes. I'm like, what's that? Isn't that like when you're a dad and you make bad jokes to embarrass your kids? Apparently not. A dad joke is according to Urban Dictionary, which is the most reliable source of unreliable information, an embarrassingly bad joke. Yes, I'm working on my dad jokes. So, true. So I want to make sure I don't lose right away. So in this game, since checking 3 times makes you lose, you got to watch out for this square. This one right here, if pawn up and knight here, I might have problems. So to prevent that, I want to play d5, but not too quickly because of this check right here. So that's why I brought my knight out first. This red circled knight makes me immune to such danger. Maybe I'll play here. Force him away. If he moves back, then I trap him. If he doesn't, I still... Oh, good move, Rhonda. Now I don't have any way to push without losing my things. So what, knight here or here? I'm trying to play d5 here. Two attackers. I calculated if he pushes, I can play this and maybe be okay. Maybe not be okay, though. Oh, this is horrible. Because I still cannot play up. Because, oh, now I can. Now I can. Okay, so I'm going to do that. He goes en passant. This is the best we get. I'm happy to bring my knight back. I did not want knight e4 played against me. So I actually feel much better about this. Let's castle. Block that. And we're playing chess again. Excellent. What do I do with this bishop? It's a difficult question. I've got some choices. I think a fianchetto makes the most sense. I wonder how many people are watching this new broadcast schedule. Let's go take a look. We have a grand total of 27 people. Wow. Hi, guys. I should say hi in big face. Big face mode. Are you ready? Hi. Okay, big face mode worked pretty well. That's a lot of people for so early in the morning for me. I'm on the Pacific coast of the United States where it's 8 o'clock in the morning. Now, I know most of you aren't. Chances are most of you it's not 8 o'clock in the morning. So for you guys, you can just grimace or smirk, as the case may be, about me being up so early. Feels early to me because I'm a lazy bum. Most people who have real jobs get up way before then. So what if I take that pawn for free? What then? I think I need to hurry and castle. Or at least I need to hurry. I'm going to do it, actually. 6 seconds for the rest of the game. That seems no problem. No problem with that. You can see 6.5 up there. Ooh, 5.5. I need to be quicker. I can't be just using up my times like this. Oh no! Guess that didn't work. I'm out of time. Well, that didn't work at all. Man, I thought I would throw in this intermezzo, and then all of a sudden I noticed that his counter was threatening checkmate. So maybe I shouldn't have done that. So it gave me one check. Should have checked for that problem first. He's obviously going to take here, and when I recapture, then he gets more checks with this rook and with this knight, and he's going to win. So that is dangerous. It may be that I should not have taken the h4 pawn, because things with g3, king g2, he actually gets quite a lane into my king. But if I just recapture like this, I might be okay, since his king is a little bit exposed on that diagonal as well. Well, Chess was starting off the tournament with 0 points. It's not that great of a start, but I am beating Very Game, who not only has 0 points, but also has resigned the entire tournament. So that's, at least I'm not last place. I'm only tied for last place, which is... I'm going to stop talking because that sounds horrible also. I got to say hi to Blarg here. Hi, Blarg. Hi, Blarg. I actually typed hi, Blag, so I'm fixing that right now. Just a sec, Blarg. I think we're great. Now it's true I didn't quite spell great correctly, as you can see. Great, but you know what I mean. On the internet, communicating the meaning is of the utmost importance because first of all, the other guy's not going to listen anyway. He's a pie or a guy, I don't even know. Depends if you're talking to a pie or a guy, but either way, he's not going to listen. He's only there to do his own typing, so it doesn't really matter what you type. It's going to be ignored. But secondly, spelling is entirely optional. As long as your letters look similar to words, they don't have to actually be words. So that's going to save you a lot of time if you know that little trick there. I use it, as you can tell. If you've ever watched Chester's TV, you notice I don't use my backspace key. I just type more. Oh, those words aren't right. Let's add more words. Problem solved. I recommend that. Any 3 checks tips? Oh, I recommend taking free queens. That's one of my 3 checks genius tips, straight from the heart. Or is it from the hip? I don't know. I don't know where I keep my tips. Any 3 checks tips from Ryan Schiller? Yes, Ryan. I recommend checking the opponent with your knife 3 times. It works every time. As soon as I've completed that 3rd check, it is so effective. Super. Not just so, it is super effective. This is going to be some good checks here. The knight will then have these 2 squares to check him on. Be quite potent, and he gives up. Okay, GGPQ. Not having your queen is a pretty good reason to resign. Sorry about that blunder, but I just felt like taking you. So I appreciate that. And I'm in 4th place as someone who has not always lost. So that's great. I wonder if I get to play the GG Grand Gangsta next. I should probably say in the chat that I'm streaming because there's probably some random people who wandered in. And how do I get there? And don't know. Streaming live at chesswiz.tv. It's not chesswiz.tv, it's twitch.tv. And the exclamation mark is not part of the, let's try this move. It's not part of the URL. So let's copy that. Because it's not clickable. So if people try to copy and paste, they'll be like, what? What? I can't. Okay, I think this is probably good for me. Bam, 1 check. Bam, 2 checks. Bam, 3 checks. It's just 3 checks. If he plays knight f4, I just win. Check, check. Okay, I lose my queen with that 2nd check, so maybe not. Check, he moves out. Move the queen f3. Pinning him so he can't check me. And then just like g3, take him, right? So easy. J Double Egg wants to tell me about myself. He says, hi, Xai. You're amazing, Xai. That's strange. You spelled me wrong. I'm not Xai. Hi, any tips for King of the Hill? Great question. I'll play passive and slow. That's not the best move, but see what I did there. I protected my king and took a huge center. Now I can bring my knight this way. That's my plan. J Double Egg is just trolling. That's pretty cool. I love trolls. What's going on? All these guys playing Queen H4. Try Queen G5. My voice sounds weird in the morning. Hi, trolls. I love trolls. So he actually says, just here to troll, don't mind me. Well, as long as you troll with English words that aren't curse words, that'd be great. You can also tell me that I need to lift weights, because that's a common piece of feedback I receive, and I'm always careful not to lift weights, because then you'd look at me and be like, I don't even know what to say, you just make me feel bad. But because I look like this, it's really, really good for you guys' self-esteem. You just think, wow, I am not so scrawny as he is, I feel good about myself. So there's really a point to that. Don't feel like there's no point. I just took another free queen. Now, he did get a check. So you count this white king over here, that's a check right there. I'm checking it out. But I don't think a queen for a check is a very good trade. Not even in my scrawny state of New York, the scrawny state of New York. I think I'll just take your knight, because then I can come closer. This is just good for me. I mean, that pawn chain is not going nowhere. Or should I say it is going nowhere. I love me some double negatives. And I don't think he'll be checking me. He's trying to go here, but bloop. And he can't. Check me. Okay, Freesley, you're also out of time. I'm just going to let you run out. Bam. Good game. I was ahead of queen. A queen for a check is not a good trade. A piece for a check is usually also not a good trade. But a queen for a check is really not. Is this a safe move? I got everything going twice. Leave this page. You gotta watch that, okay? You gotta watch that pawn. He can trade his bishop. Whoa, for a check. A bishop and for a check and a pawn. Is that a good trade? I think it's not. What about here? This is bad. This is bad, actually. I have to guard that pawn. But when I go guard it, he gets 3 checks with 1, 2, 3, and I just lose. So, in conclusion, I just lose. Quite poor. I feel quite poor. King d8, I think, is my best chance here. If I take with queen, once again, he takes with bishop. And then I just lose. So let's try this. He only has 1 check. There's no way he can get on the dark diagonals right now. He has to move his pawn. Oh, but what if he does? Oh, I'm dead. Not entirely, just mostly. So he has 2 checks now. 3rd check does it. I'm not checked yet. I'm about to be checked. He can take this pawn. I give up. I resign on your turn. Oops, I just withdrew from the tournament. Let's rejoin. Help. There it is. Hi, Thibault. Thibault is a great guy. He's great, and by that I mean he's large. Great means big. It's the opposite of small. Great and small, get it? It's not a joke, unlike me. So I'm not going to play the double king pawn opening because it hurt me. Let's try this, guys. The house opening. Oh, this is bad now. He actually should take, because if I take with this pawn, he's got the check right here. And if I take with this pawn, then he's got the check right there. Checks are very painful, so he should have taken. And caused one of those painful checks to me. I'm so lucky. Hello, Shezif. Thanks for calling me Vase Dude. That's actually way more complimentary than what most people call me. Bishop here is far. Oh, bishop here would be good. I like this diagonal, you know? There's a check right there. I'm checking it out. So maybe I'll play for that. A couple more moves in my knight will be useful. Oh, he's got 1 check. This is bad. Why do I feel dumb? Because I am dumb? Because I'm being dumb? It's such a mystery. He has 1 check. Okay. So I could trap his rook. Pretty tempting. I'll go for it. Now I have to not get checked twice. Seems difficult. This is my best bet, I think. Ooh, this is very difficult. This will help a lot. Move away from being checked. Oh, this is so tough. Okay, I think that was a good play right there. It's hard for him to check me. He had rook d1, so I had to watch out for that. Now he can get a second check. But not a third. Huh. If I go this way, he has that move. Oh no. No. Didn't work. Oh, stupid chess moves. Well, just like being scrawny, I can also be a bad chess player. Maybe that makes you feel better. I feel like that game just fell apart. Of course, my opening was kind of weak, but my middle game and end game were kind of weak too, and I just feel bad about that. I feel so bad. The only solace I have is that I know the word solace, and not everybody does. At least I just poured chess all over my shirt. Well, even though I've just lost 2 games in a row, that's starting a losing streak. You get a prize for that, so that's pretty good. Battery's back, guys. Everything's a little bit slow when the battery runs out. What happened to your webcam? I'm really grainy. Really? I look kind of normal. Let's look at my settings. My settings say 1500 bits per second, kilobits per second. Seems like a good number. Rondep again. Okay, Rondep, we're gonna have a different outcome because I am white. I mean, I'm playing the white pieces. That's how we're gonna have a different outcome. Let's play a Sicilian. This is totally a Sicilian, guys. Totally. Oh, where's my bishop? So is this a good trade? I've played a lot of 3 checks chess. That's how I lose with such ease. It's because I'm really comfortable losing, so I played a lot. And I've determined that this is not actually that good. To trade a minor piece, like a bishop or knight, in exchange for a pawn and a check. Or just a check, just one of those things, right? I've decided that's not that good, because if you can't get in there and get more checks, which a good defender will prevent you from doing that, then you're playing down a piece the whole game. So you have to stir up trouble, which you know I'm good at. You know I'm good at that, but it's hard. So I think we need our moderator in here. Good thing it's me. Ban! I just dealt it out. I love moderating. You know what? I don't even need to stream. I just wish I could be in an empty room. People would come in and then I'll ban them. You know what I mean? The only reason I stream is so that I'll be popular, so that people will come in so that I can ban them. Chess is really just a sideshow here. The point is banhammer. And it's pretty fun. Rookie GTO wants to know if he can be mod. That's a great question. Can you be mod? Let's see if I can make him mod. What should I click? Ignore? Timeout? Ban? Oh, that's so tempting. Or op. I don't know what op means. Let's try it. You have added Rookie GTO to the moderator of the forum. Rookie GTO. All right, Rookie, you are mod. Use your powers well. Well, use them. So there's a second check right there. Then I just need one more for instant victory. Well, I'm not going to play it because then I would not have the third check. I'm actually thinking about b4, even though that's super weird, just to prevent bishop here. And, you know, he does have this pawn for free, but I'm really interested in checking him more than anything else. Oh, what about this move, right? If he takes me, then I've got take that with check and then a third check right there. So that's potentially good. If he blocks with pawn, it's going to cramp his style. Let's do it. Okay, Rondep, I'm gonna give you a roundhouse, Rondep kick. So I think here. No? It may look like I'm about to be skewered, but actually a quick trade of queens would lead to his demise. So he won't skewer me. He could give up a piece now. Oh, Rondep just left. Come back, Rondep. You know I'm not going to add you time. I'm thinking about queen takes bishop. That's my second check. But then I don't quite have a third one, and you know he's going to check me 3 times here. You just know it with his queen and bishop battery. So I've moved out of the way of danger. Now he'll play the skewer, maybe? He actually should not take my rook because I have this check. Three seconds. What? What? Oh, there's 1 increment? I thought the whole tournament was 2 increment. No wonder I'm running out of time. This is a 1-second increment tournament, guys? Really? What? If it had been 2, I would have won, obviously. Let's look at the analysis board. I know I'm in a tournament where you have to play fast, but winning is not the point. The point is proving that I was smarter than him. So rook d1. If he plays here, I win. He plays here, right? He'll play here because he's threatening this, which is quite a doozy. Actually, this is quite a doozy. That would work, though. He could castle. Then I'd win this piece. I'm so good at this. If only there had been time to beat him with my ban hammer. Leave this. Two drums and a cymbal fall off of a cliff. But, oh, you're so funny, Will Wolf. That was not my joke. That was Will Wolf's dad joke. Rondep isn't over 2 streams. Reading the... Man, you guys are making me laugh. Get this joke. Are you ready? Okay, e5 looks good because I have this check. Blarg McBlarg deleted all the German contacts off his phone, guys. Check. That's number 1. This is going much better now. Check. That's number 2. I just need 1 more check. This is the way to play 3 checks chess. Just keep checking. Dory style. I think I will loose my pawn. Get it? It's a pun on bad spelling. Lose is spelled with 1 O. Loose is spelled with 2. If you wish to loose your pawn by cutting the ropes and letting it go free, then you would play that. Am I out of battery? No, I'm out of internet. Internet, come back. What obedient internet. I am now back, thanks to the internet. My internet flickered. So, here we are again. We checked the chat there for a moment. That was kind of weird. Whoa, it's flying out above me. Let's close that up. Hopefully the internet doesn't flicker again. Then we'll be good. So now I'm threatening check right there. And that's my 3rd check, so I think he'll die. I'm sorry, it's pun day. Internet broke. I'm bot now. Ha 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 ha. I'm so funny. So Blarg McBlarg deleted all the German contacts off his phone. You know what it is now? It's Hans Free. Oh, man. Oh, that's 3 checks. I just win. Well, winning is fun, too, but I love these jokes. My opponents are jokes at this point. There's no chat where I can remind you of your clock. Good point. You're like a new pencil. Get it? A new pencil has a good point. Oh. C3. So C5 is obviously the best move, but maybe Chessy doesn't know. Yeah, I'm going to own it up. I win now. I win. There is no way to not win this game. I guess either knight can win. I can't not win, so I guess I'll win. Oh! How am I going to play 94 now? Slowly and carefully. It can happen. I'm back, guys. I'm totally back. His phone is Hans pretty. I'm such a sucker for bad jokes. Hans isn't even a very common German name. It's more like a Swiss name, isn't it? I'm thinking about H3. That's why I stopped moving, because I'm like, well, it's not a very good move. I'm thinking about it, but it's not very good, but I'm still thinking about it, so that's why I'm stuck here. I'm in the perpetual loop of thinking about bad moves. Clown's divorce. Oh, that's so sad. Divorce is so sad. Oh, you should have seen the custardy battle. Blarg McBlarg, now you're really stretching. Reaching, that's what the word is. You're not stretching. You're really reaching and not anywhere comfortable. I think that would be bad if he gave up his bishop there. And he didn't. Oh, okay, fine. It's a fast time control. Keep that in mind. So 1 second increment. Don't know how I mouse slipped that, but I've lost 2 games on time because I didn't know that I did that. Should we open up the center? I think so. Custardy battle. Hans is not Swiss. Okay, we got that in all caps. So we're sure of it. He knows. Cheese is Swiss. But Hans is not. Whoa, don't move there. Jessica is not the smartest today. So if I take here, the pawn will take, or the bishop. The bishop takes these trays as bad bishop for my good bishop. Seems bad. Let's go here. That'll prevent knight c4. Some of these jokes I don't even get. Bad jokes are flying through the chat now. Like a hot knife through butter. They're flying through the chat. But I don't get them all because I'm not that smart. But I am enjoying myself. I know the show is kind of petering out. Not really much is happening right now. If you're watching on YouTube, here's what you do. You click the little gear in the lower right. It's like, whoa, there's a gear down there. No, it's a picture of a gear. It's not actual gear. Otherwise, it would grind your monitor to dust. So you click on that, and it's like speed, and you just speed that up. I recommend the 1.5x, but you can go 2x if you're really feeling brave. Whoa, there's no time to talk about that gear. And then you can just watch the video on 2x speed, and I'll talk really fast, I'll talk really fast, and it actually saves you a lot of time. I watch all my YouTube videos on 1.25 or 1.5. It hurts the music videos a little bit, but everything else saves me so much time. Although I don't really watch videos, probably because they're way too fast to pay any attention to them. It still saves me a lot of time. If I were ever to watch a video, now I know how. No, I'll take that for free. He thinks he'll win with throwing his things away, but he won't. He'll lose that way. Oops. I really could have used that knight. Okay, I'm up to 7 seconds again. And I haven't blundered all my pieces. Totally winning. Queen against rook. There, I guarded it. Yep, definitely winning this game. One more check and that does it. Bring move right there. I win, Chessie96. He started throwing away all his pieces because he saw I was out of time, but now I know that it's just a 1 second increment out of 2 second increment. I win. Whew. Not brand new. Not a brand new one. That would have no point at all. So there's not a lot of people who are surviving this tournament. Rondep and Chessie96 are still around, but out of the rest of them, they've all given up and left because it's so boring. That means I might get third place since there's 3 people. There's also Tomost and Freesley, but they didn't join right away. Freeze, OE. They joined a little later, so that's going to give me some advantage because I've been sticking through it with my congestion. I'm glad you viewers are entertained by the bad jokes in the chat. It's too bad you YouTube viewers can't see those bad jokes, so let me just read them to you. It's one of the best quotes I've ever seen. It's by Abraham Lincoln. It says, "The difficulty with famous quotes on the internet is that it's hard to verify them." Definitely agree with that. Old Abraham Lincoln knew what he was talking about. Most jokes aren't actually for laughing. They have a separate purpose, and that purpose is groaning. But it's making the listeners groan. But the real point is so that the listeners can make their listeners groan. It's passed around, kind of like the chicken pox, where you don't really want it, but you just want to give it to other people. Okay, that's maybe not exactly like the chicken pox, but it's similar. So you just want share your ability to make other people groan, so that then they can make their friends groan. It's a good thing. Believe me, it's a good thing. Trust me. I say it is. How's things going for you guys? I think you're all great, by the way. How are you today? See how much time I save by doing that? If I typed ARE, my fingers would be worn out. There's only a certain number of key presses you have in your fingers, according to Scott Hanselman, and he knows what he's talking about. He's pressed a lot of keys. And so you should conserve them wisely. Don't type ARE if you don't need to. I'm just going to close that up. I don't trust that pawn. It's a little crazy. Rondep thinking so hard, he only has 30 seconds. Will I ever beat him? I don't know. Might spend the whole episode losing to him. Let's pre-move that. Oh, didn't work. I am on the open file. Pre-move that again. Can that work? I think it can't. Queen would take. Thinking about this, I do skewer the bishop. If I give up the exchange and then give up a piece because the knight would be hanging, I think this moves better. Oh, my bishop. Oh, I think this is really good for me. The knight c4 is so strong. I think. Defend that. Now I've got the check threatened. There's only a 1 second increment here, so Rondep is in some serious time pressure. Let's put my rook across from his queen just for fun. Tempting, isn't it? Let's open this up. He has 8 seconds. There's a check. There's a check. Oh, I had that checkmate. Let's go here. I bet he can't block this one. Threatening a check. And check. Yes, I beat Rondep, finally! Oh, I had a lot easier ways to win, such as right here. You need 3 checks to win in this chess variant, so this would have been the 3rd check and would have won right there. But it is hard to beat Rondep. Why? He's so well-rounded. He can play in fast time controls. He can play in even faster time controls. He can even play in really, really fast time controls. He'll basically beat you in all of them. And he plays a lot of different variants, too, because I do. And whatever I do, he does better. So it feels really good to actually win him. Was he the prize to that game? That's another misnomer that annoys me. I don't even know if it's a misnomer because I don't know what that really means, but it sounds professional. So people say people say they win their opponent, but you don't. It's usually young people, usually like about as tall as your knee. And I don't mean like from the floor to your knee. I mean like your knee. They're like that tall. They say that they won their opponent. That's not right unless their opponent was actually a prize, like a slave prize. Whoever wins this game is going to have the opponent as a slave. In that case, you could win your opponent. Otherwise not. Oh, Flying Queen trying to boost my score. Thank you very much, although not quite fair. I have 13 minutes in which I could pass Rondep and win my own tournament. Seems good. But maybe he didn't mean that since he says stupid internet, stupide internet. Hi, Cheese Whiz. Joined a bit late. Let's see how much I can get. Let's see how much you can get. How can I change the design? It's in the design button. There's a button right up here. And it's not actually hot pink, it's more like green. And you click it and the design view comes out and you can choose any kind of stupid design you want. Most of them are, that's why I say that. But there's a few okay ones. So that's what I recommend. No, stupid internet, I lost because I didn't move. Oh, sorry. See how much time I saved right there? I am living a long time thanks to my minimizing of keystrokes. I just won Super Bueb. That's pretty good. Larg, are you just looking these up like dumbjokes.com, just pasting them in here because it seems like that's what you're doing? What do you call her? A lawyer doesn't know the law. A judge. What? Whoa, I can't type anything because I will run out of time and lose over here. Do you call a girl at the beach? At the Bach. My mind is on Bach right now. See, I can keep up with you bad jokers. What do you call a girl at the beach, guys? Sandy. Oh, so funny. A sandwich would be good, except it's not a girl, it's a sandwich. Why would you call a girl a sandwich? I mean, girls are not edible in most cases. Unless you're thinking of girl chickens. They taste like chicken. I've closed up this position. With a plan in mind. My plan is to win. Just like last game that I closed this up. Remember, guys, I was like, B3, A4, B4. You see, I did open this up over here. And then did I win that game or did I lose? I don't remember. My plan is to end this game with a result. And hopefully it will be a good result. But if it's a bad one, that's also part of my plan. It can't go wrong. Unless the game goes forever. So, I think I'm probably going to succeed in my plan. No, my mind did not go there. Of course not. My mind is couth. Do you know what that means? Couth is C-O-U-T-H. Looks like it's spelled Kauth, but why would it be when it could be couth? I will take that. I shouldn't, but I will. Oh, why didn't I play G4? That would have really boosted it out of the way. Booted it out. Did I say boosted it out? That would be weird. Let's try A4. Couth is the opposite of uncouth. And now uncouth is actually a word people use, but couth not so much. But if you can be uncouth, why can't you be couth? Uh-oh, Will Wolf is going to get a ban. Oh, how do I unban you, Will Wolf? I only wanted to time you out because he's already banned. No! I just banned Will Wolf, and then I already banned Will Wolf. No, I want to not ban him. So I wanted to time him out because I wanted to not destroy his arm, but just punish it, you know what I mean? In case he should come back later, because I just want to guide him through the appropriate behavior on ChessWhiz TV chat channels, the annals of channels. But I just totally banned him. I don't know how to unban anybody. I totally don't know. So you're gone, Will Wolf. Ban hammer! I love saying that. I think now you take with rook. But I'm getting the upper ban on this. My ban is better. I have more space, and that's going to matter when it comes down to the checks here. Hold on, I have to send a message in the chat here. I'm sending a message, get it? People say that when they're actually meaning burn down his house. Oh, I didn't burn down his house. I was just sending a message. Guys, that's not sending a message. Sending a message is with your thumbs. You don't burn down houses with your thumbs. That's not right. Getting out of the way here. Let's try this spot. The last time I burned down a house with my thumbs was like 1954. It's been so long. I really just don't do it very often. So knight here. This could work. Oh, except it's not going to. I have to play really quickly now. We're almost out of time on the clock. So the new knight plan is this way. I have to have a plan for that knight, so I will. Come on, knight. You can do it. Oh, actually here would be better. Because I can get some checks. Yeah, I think he's in trouble. How's he going to not get checked a whole lot? Oh, no, it's a 1 second increment. I forgot. I thought it was a 2 second increment. Stupid brain didn't remember that. My brain is of insufficient intelligence for this game. Oh, well, at least it's 5 pawns to 5, right? No, I think I'm winning because his king is exposed. I'm going to go like this and check him. Except that wouldn't really be checked. It'd be pretty close. I wanted to attack this pawn. I wanted to play here, and it would have been so strong because if he moves his king up, not here, of course. If he moves his king up, then I play back and I check him, right? 3 checks, you win. So he would defend his pawn like this, but then I would pick up this pawn. So I was going to win, except I lost because of that time, which I blame for my entire life. I feel discouraged. It's because of the time. I feel bad because of the time. I'm hungry. It's the time's fault. I'm also thirsty. Guess whose fault that is? Nobody's. I just drank some water. Now I'm fine. ChessWhiz, what is your rating in real life? It's over 9,000. I love the internet. I mean, if it weren't for the internet, people could tell when you're lying. They're like, dude, your lips are moving. You must be lying again. But on the internet, people just assume everything is true. It's very handy. Yes, my rating is over 9,000. This is a good opening. I don't know how to unban anybody. Sorry, guys. D6, because I'm afraid. It's a pretty good reason to play D6. There's only 5 minutes left in the tournament. Are you feeling torn? What about there? What about there? Oh. Yeah, here. It's cool because it blocks that pawn, which blocks that bishop. I had to tell you why it was cool. Otherwise, you would never know. You're like, that looks horrible. I'm like, no, it's cool. Here's why. That's what life is like sometimes. Do I really have to un-Van Ghetto my bishop now to make something happen? That's my move. My bishops are not the most beautiful. In fact, they're the least beautiful. My knights aren't any better. Maybe I'll castle queenside. Kingside, it just seems like he's going to get way more mobility over there. He has more space. It's turning out to be problematic. This is a tough position for me. It's no problem for him, of course. What about this and this? Does he take that now? That would be annoying. He could have. I think he could have taken that. Which, as I mentioned, would have been annoying. This extra space is just what I needed on the king side. So now my king side is good. And I love it. Better take that, otherwise he'll check me. Interesting. What about queen a5? Ah, it looks pretty powerful. So what would he do? His pawn is pinned. King f1. Oh, I didn't think of that. Don't run out of time now. Now it looks good, actually. There's no way he'll link his rooks together. This is so weird. I'm going to castle. I have 12 seconds for the rest of the game, so I need to play very fast. Oh, I didn't anticipate that. I'm in trouble now. There's one check. There's two checks. There's three checks. Oh, you only get three. Man, that was obnoxious. I feel like it should have gone better, and then it went worse. Yeah, this is bad right here. I have two options for my king. I don't want him to check me here because I have nothing for it. Here and here, both of which are bad. I wanted to play knight c5. I really did. But I can't in either case. If I have my king here and I play knight c5, then he has this check right here. And if I move my king up this way, knight c5, then he has this check right here. So it's check, check either way. And so I can't get this beautiful knight c5 going. Maybe I shouldn't have castled queenside. Actually, I'm pretty sure I should not have castled queenside. That was the beginning of the end for me. Yuck. Well, at least there's no more games because the time is up, right? At least the time is up. To this tournament. And Chessbiz gets third place? That's so pathetic. Oh well. At least it's my own show, right? At least Rondep doesn't have his own TV show. Now, if Rondep started Rondep TV and all my viewers went over there, then I would be extremely discouraged. But right now I'm just very discouraged. It's not nearly as bad as extremely discouraged. And you guys can be encouraged that your life is better than mine right now. Really, that's the way people's minds work. If they feel like they're doing better than someone else, then they feel happy about that. If you compare yourself to someone worse, then you're like, yes. But someone better, you're discontent. So I actually got that music because I got third place, which I guess that's pretty good out of 3 people, right? Seems nice. There's all these people who joined really, really late, but out of all of the players who played the most games, I did the worst, absolutely the worst. I tied for most games and fewest points out of most games, so that's a little discouraging. But congratulations to Rondep. He got a 7-game winning streak there and had just 2 losses, which isn't that many losses considering how many games he played. And of course, one of those was to me, so I'm really glad about that. GG's and GG's. Might seem redundant because it is. First time I played this strange game. Now I try to join your tournaments a few more times. Oh yes, I hope you do. Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6 p.m. GMT. It's very difficult for me to type because I have nothing on my keyboard. The keycaps are completely blank, so I just have to guess where the letters are. And they're not where you would expect, actually, because I also use the Colmac keyboard layout, which scrambles up the keys. So instead of ASDF in the left hand, it's ARST, which spells a word I would never say, right there in my left hand. So I'm so confused. That's why I don't play chess very well. But anyway, hope you guys can compare yourselves to me and feel good about yourselves. Next time I will see you is Thursday. And by the way, the schedule did change. It's now 3 p.m. GMT. I should probably say that. I should probably tell him, oh wait, 3 p.m. GMT. I need to update my website too, because it doesn't say that. This has been Chess with TV. Thanks for watching.